So I've been sitting here contemplating about doing something different because I feel like it's something that's missing in my life. I'm not saying I'm doing all of the wrong things, but I feel like it's more right things that I could be doing, and I'm trying to figure out what it is. And I was reading this book, and it says something about like doing little challenges, doing things out of the norm that you normally wouldn't do to test yourself to see if you could actually do it. And one of the main things that everybody suffers from, including myself, is social media scrolling. Scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. So I said to myself, what can I do different? Then boom, it clicked. I'm going to do a social media challenge. Today is December 1st. So for 30 days, I am not going to be on social media. That means no TikTok, no Snapchat, no Instagram, no Facebook, nothing at all for 30 days. So I'm going to do it from today, December 1st, all the way to January 1st. I just want to record my journey so you guys can see. This is day one. Stay tuned. All right, this is day three. Excuse me, put the seatbelt on. My apologies, people. Yeah, like I was saying, this is day three of the No Social Media Challenge. I just want to say this as a disclaimer. It's true what they say. If you do something for 21 days and more, it becomes a habit. Because on the first day, it's not like I told my brain, hey, let me go on Facebook. I mindlessly scrolled on Facebook and I realized what I was doing and I stopped immediately. So that's proof. If you do something for a long period of time, it becomes a habit. But anyway, day three, it's not too bad. Like I didn't really feel an urge or a need to be on social media, and plus I was with my daughter too, so that kind of made it even better. But so far so good on day three. Like I said, I don't really have the need or the urge. Like I haven't even really thought about it. I didn't even really have my phone in my hand like that, to be honest with you. So this is day three. I'll be back day six. Peace. All right, this is day six of no social media. I feel kind of good. I feel accomplished because I usually get my schoolwork done at the last minute, and I kind of actually got it done earlier. So I'm happy about that. So I guess that's probably due to me not scrolling on social media for 15, 20 minutes an hour. So that's a good thing. And I really haven't had a need to be on social media. I had a few mishaps, meaning like pre-programmed mind movements, meaning in the sense of like my mind is so accustomed to turning on Facebook or turning on Instagram. And I had those moments, but I immediately like cut it off and realized what I was doing. So I still have a couple of hiccups, but I really don't have a urge like me wanting to be on social media. It's just my mind was programmed to do so. So day six, so far so good. I'll make another video, probably day 9 or day 12, and we'll see what's up. Peace. You're going to be different from everyone else. Day 17 of the No Social Media Challenge. And also be exceptional. Today's a very interesting day, man. You're not being 100% me not being on social media so much made me realize how much time I was wasting. Made me realize that it's so much shit I have to get done. But I use social media as a time-consuming tool, a procrastination tool for me getting my shit together, man. Like, I'm really realizing that social media is really poison to the brain, man. It keeps you busy. It keeps you away from what you have to do, man. And what's making me realize this is this right here. It's a very simple concept. I'm sitting here watching motivational videos with no ambition, with no drive. And I realized I wasn't feeling this as much when I was scrolling on social media, man. Day 17 is an epiphany moment for me, man. For real. Peace. Day 17. My bad. Day 19 of the No Social Media Challenge. Usually I like to have a little gap in between videos, but I want to share this now while it's fresh in my brain before I forget, because I always forget shit. Like, I'm the type of person where I'll be spitting facts and knowledge, and then you'll ask me tomorrow, what you said, Meek, yesterday? I'll be like, I forgot. So I want to make this video so I can remember for future reference. First of all, I'm realizing so much that I'm missing out on while I'm on social media. Like lately, I've really been deep into these motivational videos, and the stuff that I'm hearing, the things that I'm seeing is really making me look at life from a different perspective. It's really making me look at my life from a different perspective. It's really making me see things differently, like how people act, the mannerisms, the subconscious mind, the conscious mind. It's crazy, man. You know, and I'm really at first I was thought it was gonna be kind of hard not being on social media because I programmed my brain to do so. But it's like now since it's been 19 days in and I haven't been on social media, it's just crazy how much stuff that you miss out on, how much stuff you don't see, how much stuff you don't realize when you have your brain programmed to waste time by being on social media. Yo, the subconscious mind and the conscious mind is powerful, y'all. Like wow, man. For those that don't watch motivational videos and you're kind of stuck in your life like I am, you should partake into that, man. Check out some motivational videos, man. You might learn something that you never knew that could change your life, man. Peace. Sometimes you just gotta go outside and just look around and just be thankful you're alive, man. Even though your circumstances or your surroundings may not be ideal, just you being alive in general is just a blessing, man. I'm really starting to realize the little things, the things that I should have been paying attention to, like having a breath, being able to breathe in some air, being able to walk, shit like that, man. So for the person watching this video, if you're able to walk, if you're breathing, if you got hands that you can move, if you 100% physically okay, take advantage of that shit, man. Because remember, there's somebody in heaven right now wishing they had a chance. So don't waste yours. As always, spread love, not hate. Chase our dreams. Day 26, day 23 of the No Social Media Challenge. Today is a reflective day for me, man. Kind of a sad day, but a reflective day at the same time. I'm really starting to realize that nobody really gives a fuck about you no more. Nobody has the mental capacity or the empathy to think about their fellow person, to think about what they're going through. Everybody's just so fucking selfish. And it's sad because I try to be an optimistic person. I try to look at it from a different perspective in the sense of, what? Let me give this person the benefit of the doubt instead of me looking at it for what it is. For somebody that always preaches black and white, when it comes to certain situations, they're always trying to be in the gray area. It's sad though, man. Nobody never takes the time to say, how you doing today, my brother? What can I do for you today? How you doing today, my sister? What can I do for you today? Everybody's just so fucking angry and selfish, and it's sad, man. Because we were put on this earth to love ourselves and love each other. The crazy thing is, these selfish ass adults are gonna raise selfish ass children. Let that marinate in your brain, man. Day 23, reflection. Peace. This is another video that I'm doing. I actually did a day 23 video, but we're currently still in day 23, and there's something on my mind that I gotta say, because if I don't, I'm gonna forget that shit. Day 23, part 2, no social media challenge. I'm really starting to realize that when I was doing all of the wrong things, when I was being physically, mentally, emotionally abusive to people that didn't deserve it, when I was out there doing things I shouldn't have been doing, when I was out there hurting people, I know I said that before, but I'm going to say it again. Nobody had nothing to say. When I was the life of the party, when I wanted to turn up, everybody wanted to be around me. Everybody wanted to be around Meek because Meek was doing this. Meek had the girls. Meek had the liquor. Meek had the crib. Everybody wanted to be around Meek. But the minute when I started speaking some truthful shit, or when I started thinking prolifically, people started calling me crazy. When I'm starting to point out all the fucked up things that people did in the world, including myself, I was called crazy. When I try to tell parents, yo, if you can't be with that man or be with that woman, get along with them for your child, I was called crazy. When I would tell people, when I would pull people's cards and tell them they fucking up, I was called crazy. But you want to know something? They called Einstein crazy and he invented the fucking light bulb. The moral of the story, the truth may sound crazy to them because they're used to lies. So keep speaking your fucking truth and don't let anybody dim your light because they're stuck in the dark. Peace. Day 25 of the No Social Media Challenge. I really don't like the holidays, not because I'm a negative person, because my grandmother died on Christmas. Actually, she died the 24th, but she was pronounced dead on Christmas. So I kind of, feel some kind of way about that because, she was my first introduction to what unconditional love was. And I didn't have too much time with her. She passed away when I was 12. So I'm kind of, in a bad mood, but I'm also happy because my daughter opened her gifts today and she liked them. Better off she loved them. So I'm kind of happy about that. But, yeah. Just enjoying my time with her. She's actually playing with one of her toys right now. Little doll right there. So I'm just happy she's happy, and to my grandma Rachel in heaven, rest in peace. Save a spot for me till I see you again. Love you, Queen. To all of those, Merry Christmas. Day 30 of the No Social Media Challenge. My journey has come to an end, and one thing I can tell you I realized is so much time that I wasted on social media. And the reason why I say that is because so many things I got done. I started to read more, okay? I started to journal a lot more. I started to watch motivational videos more. I had more time to exercise and work out. And I realized that we spend so much time on social media. I don't know the exact numbers, so I could be off, but I believe the average person spends between 4 to 8 hours, I think. Like I said, the numbers could be off, so don't quote me, but between 4 to 8 hours on social media. And we don't realize it because we do it an hour or so before we go to work, okay? Periodically, depending on what type of job you have, we're on social media through our breaks, okay? We're on social media on our lunch break, okay? If we take public transportation or we walk or whatever the case may be, even if we driving, sometimes we're still looking at social media. And then when we get home, we're not going straight to sleep. We're spending 2 or 3 hours up before we actually go to bed on social media. So if you do the math and you realize you spend so much time on social media for nothing, unless you're a content creator and you have to be on social media and that's your source of income, that's a different story. But most of us just spend our time scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, looking at other people's life stories, comparing our lives to them, looking at the drama, and not realizing that we're wasting so much time. So to be honest with you, I'm kind of happy that I did this social media journey, and I encourage people to try it, at least for 1 month, just to see how much stuff you can get done. Hashtag, I love this challenge. And if you're watching this video, I challenge you to do the same thing to see if you'll get the fulfilling change that I did. Happy New Year's. I hope you kick 2026 in the ass and take what's yours, because 2026 is the year that the givers start to become the takers. In a good way, of course. Peace.